Welcome to the Decluttering Experiment.
Two sisters, one project.
Hi, I'm Wendy, the older sister, organized, logical, and passionate about all things involving simplicity and minimalism.
And I'm Jill, the younger sister, unorganized, easily distracted, and overwhelmed. I'm in desperate need of a whole house overhaul.
Can Wendy help Jill declutter her house and reclaim her life?
Keep listening to find out.
Hi, Jill.
Hi, Wendy.
Well, we're here today, and our episode is going to be a little bit different. We have something special planned.
Yeah, we have a guest behind the scenes at thrift stores.
And I know, Jill, that you love a good thrift store to donate and to shop at.
Right. Which, as I'm in this mindset, simplicity, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just kidding. I am trying not to go to the thrift stores often.
And it's even hard for me because the thing is, the guest is my son, your nephew.
Yeah.
And he works there, and often I'm there picking him up, and I sneak in early and I shop a little bit. But Liam has some good ideas in regards to donations because he works in the donations department and receiving all the items in.
Yeah.
So we're going to ask him some questions and see what he has to say, and hopefully he'll be pretty helpful to hear for our listeners.
Yeah, I'm excited about this episode, and I'm excited because I'm going to get some good insider tips on what I should and maybe shouldn't be donating. I can't wait for this interview with Liam. This is going to be a good one.
Okay, here we go. So we're back, and we're welcoming Liam, who works for a large thrift store chain, Goodwill, Southwestern PA, and he is here to give us all the scoop on donating goods and shopping.
Well, as much as I can.
Yes,
Right.
So welcome, Liam.
Hello there, Wendy and Jill. I am Liam, as they said, and yes, I do work for Goodwill, a nonprofit thrift store the one I'm working at is based in southwestern Pennsylvania and West Virginia.
Okay, so you're actually employed by the Southwestern branch of Goodwill. They are, as Liam said, a massive nonprofit organization that operates hundreds of storefronts.
Some of my favorite stores.
Jill loves a good thrift
I
store
do.
Shopping and donating now.
Yes.
But the mission that they have is they do profit from selling donated goods to fund job training and employment placement programs for people facing barriers to work. So I looked up their mission. That is their mission. They do accept donations daily and are frequently turning over inventory, which you probably have experienced, Liam. Why don't you start by telling us what you do there, some of your roles and jobs?
I'd say I get the donations at the door when they're donated. I place them in boxes, and when someone on the team inside needs to sort through them, I bring them inside.
What is your title, your job title?
Donation attendant.
Okay, so you're right there on the front line receiving the donations, seeing everything coming in.
I've been there. I've pulled up my car and Liam has come out to get my goods. I'm just curious, Liam, is there like a trend of like, what is like the most donated type of item at Goodwill?
Well, there's a lot. There's clothes, there's glasses and plates, and there's shoes.
Do you notice something donated more often than other things?
Like clothes in general, I guess you could say. They have, but if you're talking about hard line, I guess shoes would be donated a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of the clothes that come in, they do get put into the store for resale. Is that correct?
Yes, much of the good clothing gets put into the store for resale.
And what other kinds of things get put into the store for resale?
They put a lot in. It's more like if it's good quality, then they'll put it in, whether it's furniture, whether it's glass, whether it's wood, or whether it's just household and certain electronics.
Okay, and then there are a lot of things that you box off and ship elsewhere. Is that correct?
Yes, those are called outlet and bale.
And those go to like the Goodwills that they kind of just load. They don't really sort through, but they load onto conveyor belts and let people just kind of grab at, or
they go to Goodwill outlet stores. I don't know the specifics as I've never been there, but generally you buy things there by the pound.
Oh,
By the
okay,
pound.
yeah. I know my daughter's gone to those.
Okay.
And I hear like every 15 minutes or so, they just like put a whole bunch of stuff out and people are
Oh.
just like grabbing through and trying to,
Yep.
yeah, it's a good way to get clothing because clothing doesn't weigh much, for even less than what you would get at the Goodwill retail stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know how they determine what gets shipped away and what gets put in the store?
I believe like it has to meet a certain quality in the store. I don't know the specifics. I've never done those hardline or softline, but yeah, you need a specific quality. If it's like a bit off,
Ripped or.
yeah, it just usually goes into outlet.
Now, here's a question for you because I noticed that clothing, because I like to shop for clothes there, it has a specific smell. Do they spray everything that comes in, like for pests or?
What they spray is they'd spray pillows and typical like if it's a cushion, but for clothes, no. Like if
That's interesting.
like you get clothes, like how they typically when they get the clothes, we give them to them and they put them out as it is.
Because
Okay.
they do request, I think, that you wash it. But Jill, it might be the laundry detergent that you're smelling because some people use very strong laundry detergent, I've noticed.
Okay. I mean, but it always sort of has that same smell, but maybe just because it's on the racks together.
It could
I don't
be.
know. I always thought maybe they sprayed the clothes with like, do you remember that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer brought in clothes that were moth infested or something?
wow.
And then I thought maybe it was like a bug sort of thing, but
Yeah, right. So, what would be helpful for people? Because I know with our podcast, we're encouraging decluttering and we're encouraging people to donate their goods if possible. So, what kind of things would be helpful for people to think about? You mentioned good quality. So, do you see a lot of things come in that are broken that just get thrown away, or do they get sent to the outlets?
If they are broken or they are like completely unusable, like if they're bug infested, we have to throw them out. We just like that's too much of a risk for the patrons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it's if it's like really bad quality, if it like has like certain smells that are like you can tell that something has done something to it.
yeah,
Yeah.
or
To
like
put it nicely,
a
then
body died in it, decomposed
yes,
partially.
yes.
Yeah.
Mold, like don't donate any moldy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want some other helpful things, separate hard lines and soft lines. Hard lines are like all those appliances. Soft lines would be pretty much clothes and bedding in a way.
See, I don't always do that. I do that sometimes, but
then
I probably should do that
That
more
would be a helpful
separated.
tip.
Yeah.
At least have the clothing in a different bag.
And for the clothing also, some things that you might think count as clothing but don't are shoes, belts, gloves, hats, and scarves. Those things are all hardline. They're accessories.
Interesting. Okay, so it would be
So
helpful to separate
those.
those.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, because would those have a better chance then of going on the shelves versus just being piled and sent away somewhere for outlet donations
I
if
think
they're
it'd
all
be-
bunched together?
I think it'd be helpful, and it helps us sort through more things quickly, and then we can get it out on the floor more quickly.
That's true.
Here's a question, because I noticed on the sticker there's a little date. Does somebody go through and check and see how long? Like if something has sat there for a while, does it still remain on the shelf, or what is the purpose of the date on the sticker?
Okay, so every week we have a different color of sticker.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens is over time, the price of the sticker drops. The Sunday of the 5th week after that color has happened, if it's clothing, it goes on sale for like 99 cents.
Oh.
And then, but after that, we then take it, we remove it from the storefront and put it in the outlet. So
Okay. So how many different colors do you have? You must
I
have
think
6.
five. I think
Okay.
it's
Five,
Yeah.
5 weeks.
And then, so that Sunday is every Sunday would be a good day to shop, right? And you just look for a special color sticker and it's 99 cents?
Yes, Sundays.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And I also read, I don't know if this is true, but Mondays and Tuesdays are good days to shop because the most donations come in on the weekends, and then they
Ooh.
put that stuff out. Now, I know, Liam, you are now working a weekend shift in addition to some days during the week. Do you notice more people are donating on weekends?
I think it depends, but like if the stars align, then yeah, more people would donate on weekends, especially during, I think, a school year, like because they're more free those days.
Here's a question. What, like, when somebody brings something to donate, on average, how much do they donate at a time? Do people just bring 1 or 2 bags? Do they bring a whole trunk load? Like, what is the average,
It
would you say?
varies. Some people, like, they just have an item that they donate. Some people have a bag. Some people have a few bags that can fit in the trunk. Some people have a pickup truck that they
Oh,
take
wow.
furniture in. Some
Yeah.
people have a convoy of cars.
Oh,
Some people
wow.
have like large
So
trucks.
it just varies, basically, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Like,
Well, I guess some people, if they're cleaning out a whole house,
Yeah.
and that is where things maybe weren't sorted well,
yeah.
and they're just bringing boxes that have been in the
Yes.
house, do you think?
Yeah, some people don't even, yeah, a lot of people don't even, like, someone asks someone to bring stuff and then they bring it to them, and like, that's like, we try to ask, hey, what's in here? And they're like, well, I don't know. I just got these.
Yeah.
That's a bit frustrating for us, as it's hard. It takes more time for us to properly sort them. If we're behind, like a whole bunch of cards come at the same time, then.
Yeah. Although, I mean, for people who want to donate versus just throw in a dumpster, that's probably why they do that. But I can see how it'd be frustrating for the employees.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
if you actually want to donate and have your items get used and go out to places, it is helpful to follow these tips from Liam
Yeah,
on
for
sorting
sure.
things and even telling people what you have when you show up.
Mm-hmm.
And that is helpful for them.
Yeah.
And what kind of things are just thrown away, Liam?
Again, so those would be anything moldy, like if something is like clearly, if it's moldy or bug infested. Other things would be things that we would not typically accept. The main thing are baby items that like have to have the baby touching them, things that could be recalled. So those are things like
Mhm.
baby car seats, baby chair, like baby high seats.
Pack and plays? Because Jill recently
I
threw
think
one
pack and
away because
Yeah, I
of
threw it
safety.
away
yeah,
because I
pack and
figured.
plays. I think.
I mean, it was 27 years old.
strollers,
Yeah.
strollers, and other things that a baby, like if you want to donate baby stuff, we could take baby clothes. We can take
Toys?
toys, yeah,
Yeah.
toys, baby toys, and we can take baby diapers if they're sealed, like
Mhm.
if they're like brand new sealed. Yeah, we can take those.
What about packages of Band-Aids? Do you take stuff like that if it's a brand new?
Brand new, yeah, we can take it.
Okay.
So I believe you have told me that Goodwill accepts pretty much everything.
Well, not everything. Like if it's illegal items, we don't accept that. If it's like hazardous materials, we don't accept that. We don't accept construction materials. We don't accept mattresses. The baby stuff, like the baby the baby strollers and
Yeah.
playpens.
Car seats.
Now,
Yeah,
if
car
someone brings that, you would tell them you can't accept it, or do you
Yes.
just throw it away?
We tell them we can't accept it.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause-
Like any tires, we can't accept. Someone donated a tire one.
Oh,
What about a washing machine? Is that
we-
what you were about to say?
Yeah, we don't accept washing or like
Okay.
those. We don't accept refrigerators.
Appliances. Yeah.
Not the large
What
one.
about televisions?
It's a case by case basis,
Okay.
pretty much for
because
television.
you mentioned once, I think, that there is an electronics department that things get
Yes.
shipped to. They don't get sold in the store, but they.
E-tech, so anything with like a hard drive that has data on it, like cell phones, laptops, certain types of cameras, computer towers.
Do you know what happens to them?
They get scrubbed and then they get shipped to and then they get sold online, I believe.
Okay, so
Yes.
you actually could,
We could,
like
yes,
old
yes,
cell phone, old iPhones and things like that?
yes.
Oh,
You can
okay.
donate them. We wouldn't pitch them. We just put them in.
I did not know that. That's good to know.
Yeah, because we donated a printer once. Was that similar, or would that have been sold in the store?
I think I've seen.
It depends. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they're sold in the store. Sometimes they like have information they have to go to.
Mhm.
Liam, what are some of the crazier things
More
or maybe
unique.
interesting,
Yeah.
unique things that you've actually seen being donated?
Someone donated a Ouija board once.
Okay,
Ouija
I had a
board.
Ouija board. I think I took it to the library book sale.
Okay.
Some people donate like a bunch of old movies that like they donate golf clubs, although I don't know if that's considered weird. And they donate just like strange oddity. Like I can't pull many of them up from the top of my head, but they do donate.
Do they ever donate any like taxidermied animals or anything like that?
Maybe once,
Like
but
animals.
they're more like taxidermy butterfly.
Oh,
I
okay,
think.
like in a case. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a display. Okay. Interesting.
Huh. Do you know anything about Liam? Because I'm on the Goodwill mailing list, and I recently got an email about they'll pick stuff up at your house. Do you know anything about that?
This is a new thing. I
Yeah,
saw that.
yeah.
Yes, like it's a new thing. I don't know exactly. Like, you'd have to ask a man. You'd have to maybe call Goodwill and ask a manager about it.
Or maybe online they might have certain areas that you could
I think
request
I
or
think
something.
it's certain areas. Like I think someone asked me that, and the managers at my store, like they might not have said that this store might not do it, but
Okay.
but things at Goodwill change all the time.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you should
exactly.
Call
That
them
is one of the
again.
things. They
Okay.
are always adjusting what they can do, what they can't do, just to make their stores, I'm sure, more efficient.
Yes.
So, do you have any other tips for listeners thinking about either shopping or donating specifically, because you work in donations, that would be helpful for them to remember as they're packing up their items and bringing them to Goodwill?
If you want to donate something, think about the item. If you think, oh man, I would never, ever, ever buy this, then it probably shouldn't be donated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or think that nobody else would want it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a tip just as a patron.
Okay.
Get on the mailing list because they have sales often on the holidays, 40% off clothing. And they'll ask you if you're on the mailing list when you are shopping for the clothing on that day. They want to see the email. So,
yeah.
So if you want an even better discount on sometimes really good
Yeah.
items with sometimes even the store stickers on them,
Yeah.
the tags.
I have
yeah.
noticed they'll have a color sticker of the week, and that is
Mhm.
40% off or something. And also, Goodwill gives a senior discount at age 55 in our region on Mondays. So that's kind of nice too. So, Liam, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask you, what do you think about clutter and decluttering
Well,
at your age? And how do you feel about your
Just for
living
reference,
environment?
Liam
Yes.
is in his younger 20s.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say that I guess the less stuff you have, I guess the more simpler your life is in a way. So I don't worry about cluttering as I try not to buy that much.
That's smart at your
I
age
do
to not
know
build
that
up.
you're an avid book collector, though.
Yeah, well, books are like you can keep like books are like not the like they're not big things.
Yeah, yeah.
And Liam also works at a library too.
Yes.
So Goodwill isn't his main job
And
anymore.
also, I like that Liam likes to support authors. As an author myself, I really
Yes.
like that. But yeah, so I do know that's one thing you collect. But that is a good tip.
Yeah. Have you been to Aunt Jill's home lately?
No. I have
No.
Yeah.
So maybe at some point
You'll have to come and see. It's a little decluttered. The dogs are still wild, but
yeah. Is there anything that I have gotten rid of that you're disappointed in?
I don't know.
Okay, good. Well,
so you haven't noticed some of the stuff that she's decluttered.
Yes, I have not. I have not noticed.
Okay.
Yes, I have not noticed.
do you think any areas of our home are a little bit messy that could use some help decluttering?
Not at the moment.
Oh, good. Well,
Good answer, Liam.
that's
Good
a
answer.
testimony.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you, Liam, for coming on. And
all your interesting tidbits about behind the scenes at a thrift store.
yeah, and thrift stores are very important, I feel like, especially today. Not only do they allow people an opportunity to donate their gently used items, but you can get some good bargains
You can
too.
get some good bargains for sure. Plus, I like the mission of Goodwill where your money is going toward helping others. I know they have a lot of classes that people can sign up for, like GED prep and things like that. So that's great.
Yep. Well, Thanks so much.
Yeah,
and
thank you, Liam.
we'll talk to you later, Liam.
Okay, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was great. I've gotten some good tips. I think we all probably have. I especially like the idea of sorting my items into different categories.
Yes.
Because I do try to put the clothes maybe in its own bag, but I know a couple times just recently when I have my special box of to go to the thrift store, sometimes I've thrown t-shirts in with candlesticks or different things. So now I know if I want those items sold, I should probably sort.
Yes, because otherwise, if they don't have time to sort, they get so much stuff. It's actually still used somewhere
Yeah.
else, but it's nice to have things used in the community and perhaps put on the shelves for other people to purchase.
Yeah, and you know what? Some of the stuff, like he said, maybe it goes to one of those outlets, which that's still probably going to be purchased to by the pound, which, I need to check out one of those
You need
because
to
that
find-
sounds fun.
I know, you need to find where those are, or not, Jill, because that'll bring more clutter.
True. And you know, I did keep away from that last sale, that 4th of July sale that they
Yes.
had.
Yeah.
I did not go and buy any new clothes because I don't need any right now, even though I was very, very, very tempted.
That's right. Well, that was a good interview with Liam and some behind the scenes information on thrift stores. Now, Jill, are you going to be shopping soon at a thrift store?
I'm going to try not to, but when I do, remind me of those questions we should be
That's
asking.
true. These are questions to ask before buying an item. And it even goes for used items because we think we get a deal. We're not really adding to the consumption because it is used, but these still are good questions to ask yourself.
Yeah.
Number 1, will it add value to my life?
That is a good one. And I always think of things like the back scratcher. But let me try to think of one. Oh,
What you bought at a thrift store.
what I bought at Goodwill or a thrift store. I have a lot of clothing that I bought at thrift stores that I get a lot of compliments on, that I wear weekly to work. And almost every time I'll go, thrift store, 50% off or 40% off.
Number 2, is this the best use of my money? And that is a tough one for me because I think, I'm supporting thrift stores. I'm supporting
and I like their
not
mission.
buying new. Yes. So is this the best use of my money? But if I don't need it,
Right.
maybe not.
Well, here's an example of that because the last time there was a sale, the 40% off sale that I mentioned, when you get the email, you go in, Mom really wanted to go because she had so much fun with me on the Black Friday sale, which everything in the store was 40% off.
Oh.
Okay, so this time it was only clothing. And I just scanned things very quickly because I bought a lot the last time. And I bought this pair of pants that they're kind of cute. Even at 40% off, I feel like maybe I wasted my money. I mean, it was only $4, but, because they were like 8 something and I got them. Maybe they were $6, 5 something. Anyhow. Yeah, I haven't worn them yet. I've thrown them on a couple times and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten them.
Yeah, I have the same experience once in a while because I think, this is a good price.
Right.
But it's not exactly what I want.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether I should have bought those pants or not. Probably not. But it was on sale.
And that's the danger with thrift shopping. A lot of times with other stores, you go in with a specific item in mind. With thrifting, it's, what's can I
there
find?
today?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Sometimes the finds are excellent.
Yes. And number 3, do I already own something I can use instead of this item?
Yeah.
Number 4, can I get by without it for a while? Now, I did find my butter dish at the thrift store, and that's been a very good find because I needed one. I had broken one, and I was getting by without one.
Yeah.
But I did specifically go looking for it, so.
And I've bought some bowls that I use under my plants at thrift stores.
Excellent.
I've really been glad I bought those at a good price.
Can I borrow it or buy it used is the next question.
Well, and if we're at the thrift store,
we are.
it is
So
used.
that is.
But you can also maybe look on those free Facebook pages.
That's
maybe
right.
somebody's giving something away. Maybe and don't take it just because it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's exactly what you need in this moment in your life and it's free. Well, gee, maybe you were meant to have it.
Number 6, where will it live in my home?
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't have a home for it, it's just in the way.
One thing I've learned, just because Liam has worked at Goodwill, the thrift store, is that thrift stores are a great option. I hardly ever went into thrift stores, but now I know if I specifically need something, they're a great place to check out and see.
Yeah.
I eventually found a butter dish. The other day, I wanted another pair of capris, and I went in and I found it. It's when you do those impulse buying, that's when it gets you. But if you specifically have something you need, check out a thrift store first.
Because you can get really nice stuff at a really great price, even when it isn't on sale.
And then you are treasuring something that someone else no longer finds useful.
Right. And but all in all, my favorite quote that I created from one of your quotes is declutter in advance by leaving it at the store.
And that still applies to thrift stores?
Yes.
So it's a good point, Jill.
Yeah. Yeah. Leaving it at the store is decluttering in advance. I think that's the quote. But yeah.
Yeah.
I often think of that when I'm like, should I buy it or shouldn't I? Well, if I don't buy it, if I leave it at the store, I don't have to deal with it later.
It's a good point, Jill. So I think this has been helpful to talk about thrift stores. And I thank you to Liam for providing all that interesting and wonderful information for us.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so glad he was on the show. And yeah, so thanks again to Liam. And I think we all probably got some really good tips.
All right. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Decluttering Experiment. We hope you join us next time to see what progress has been made.
If any.